Have you ever wondered why people buy what they buy? To marketers, this question isn't just interesting, it's everything. Because marketing is all about delivering real value to real people. But here's the catch: consumer choices aren't simple. They're shaped by internal drivers like mindset and motivation, also external pressures like culture, trends, and social influence. And just when marketers think they figure it out, boom, the forces shift again. So here, they have to analyze both consumer and business markets. In analyzing consumer markets, there is this thing called the power of the consumer. 1. Physical surroundings. Imagine watching a Super Bowl ad, once in your quiet bedroom and again at a packed party with friends. Same game, same commercial, but the way it feels? Completely different. Our physical environment plays a huge role in how we interpret marketing messages. That's why retailers spend millions designing stores not just to look good, but to feel right. From lighting and color to where the snacks are placed on the shelf, nothing is random. Because when the environment is right, buying feels natural. 2. Personal circumstances. Now let's zoom in. Ever tried shopping while dealing with a toddler meltdown? Our personal situations like mood, stress, who we're with shape how we make choices. Parents with children in tow shop differently than those without. If there's a long line at checkout, we might abandon the cart altogether. Smart companies understand this. Take Johnson & Johnson. They know people buy cold meds when they're already unwell, tired, annoyed, and unwilling to travel far. So what do? Make Tylenol available everywhere, from gas stations to supermarkets to corner pharmacies. 3. Time pressure. And what about time? In today's world, it's one of the most valuable currencies, and people are willing to pay to save it. We've entered the era of the hassle-free purchase. No haggling, no long forms, no waiting rooms. Just click, tap, and done. Dealers now offer fixed pricing. E-commerce use one-click checkout. Marketers, they're switching to short, punchy messages that say more in less time. Behavioral economics, the brain behind the buy. Decision heuristics. But here's the twist. Even with all this technology, humans are still, human. And that means we rely on shortcuts, mental habits that help us make decisions quickly. There is these three things. First, availability heuristics. If we saw a story about a phone exploding last week, we might avoid that brand, even if it's totally safe. Second, representativeness heuristics. If two shampoos look the same, we assume they work the same too. Packaging matters a lot. Third, anchoring. Ever saw this kind of label? Was $100, now $50. That's anchoring. The first number sets the tone, even if the value hasn't changed. Framing effects. Marketers are masters of framing, showing a product in a way that highlights its strengths. Example, only 5,000 rupiah a day sounds better than 150,000 rupiah a month, even though it's the same. And one brilliant example is that Volkswagen Sweden turned subway stairs into piano keys. People had fun, they moved more, and the brand sent a message, all without saying a word. Mental accounting. We don't just spend money, we assign it. Even if our bank balance is the same, we treat gift money differently than rent money. That's called mental accounting. Let's test it. You lost a 50,000 rupiah concert ticket. Would you buy another? Now what if you lose 50,000 rupiah cash before buying the ticket? Most people only replace the ticket in the second case because they haven't mentally gone or over budget. Marketers use this too. Rebates soften the blow of big purchases. Tiny losses get bundled into bigger expenses to feel painless. Next up, we're entering business markets. While consumers are one half of the market, businesses make up the other, and they behave very differently. According to Kotler and Keller, business markets are more concentrated, complex, and structured. Companies buy in bulk. They make long-term decisions, and they often work directly with suppliers, not retailers. And now, we're going to enter the buying center, a team that decides what gets purchased. Roles include initiators, who propose the purchase, users, who use the products, influencers, who evaluate options, deciders, who say yes or no, approvers, who authorize, buyers, who handle negotiation, and gatekeepers, who manage access. One person can wear multiple hats, and each of one has different concerns, like performance, price, simplicity, or reputation. To win B2B, marketers must understand not just the company, but the people behind the decision. Relationships, trust, and strategy. Business isn't just about products, it's about relationships. Strong buyer supplier connections create value, trust, and flexibility. When a buyer has a few alternatives, or when the supply is critical, collaboration becomes key. Trust is built on honesty, fairness, and delivery. And once damaged, it's hard to repair. Online, this is even harder. That's why companies rely on credit checks, reviews, and trust services.